This record's probably older than most of your parents. Hey YouTube, it's Russ from Russ's Rad Reviews and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got the Johnny Cash album Jackson that was originally titled Carryin' On. It features June Carter on most of the songs and it was released in 1967. So I'm going to talk about the covers like I normally do here first. There's not much to say here. I mean, it's just a picture of them on stage with some ink on it. This is an old album. It's nothing really special. The back has I think it's a joke because the guy, Carl Perkins, who's writing it, is writing it like Johnny Cash and June Carter, these terrible people, but they're not. If you've seen the Walk the Line movie, which I believe everyone should go watch, they're pretty good people, so I'm guessing it's a joke, but you've got your track listings here, and then someone wrote their initials on it or whatever, and then some other albums here. This was released on the Columbia label. What's interesting here is you've got the original sleeve here, and it's kind of like old newspaper. Right here you've got the full color country and western super posters for $1.50 each. I have no idea if this is the original label, but this is the sleeve. It's pretty sweet, but it doesn't go along with the album. The cover on this album, honestly, is the only thing that seems to fall a little bit short. I mean, granted, it is a country album, so you can't really do a whole lot with it, but I'd probably give this a 6.5 out of 10. It's a pretty thin record. It's got the, I don't know what kind of vinyl they use, but it's got a nice glow to it. You've got your red Columbia label here with the stereo 360 sound. High class, baby. I'm going to talk about the songs here. So on side one we've got Long-Legged Guitar Pickin' Man, Guitar, followed by Shantytown, followed by It Ain't Me Babe, followed by Fast Boat to Sydney, followed by Pack Up Your Sorrows, followed by I Got a Woman. Now I've got some notes here. I thought the first song, Long-Legged Guitar Pickin' Man, was very good. It was great. It was really up-paced. It was a great dance song, one of his hits. Shantytown was very story-based. I really enjoyed that song as well. Very, very good guitar rhythms. It's followed by It Ain't Me Babe, one of my all-time favorite Johnny Cash songs. Love it. It has June Carter in there. It's such a good song. And then after It Ain't Me Babe, it goes into Fast Boat to Sydney, which was very, very much story-based, and I love the piano in the song. Very good song. Got me in the feels. This album got me in the feels. Johnny Cash always gets me in the feels. Pack Up Your Sorrows follows Fast Boat to Sydney, and I wrote it was a very good song. It was upbeat, but there wasn't much to say about it. The last song is I Got a Woman, was my least favorite song on side one. It just fell short of what was being put forward. And then we flip it over to side two. It starts off with Jackson, and that is one of my all-time favorite Johnny Cash songs. It's so good. It just starts off, and I start moving my feet and start just singing along. I love it. It's good. I don't care if you hate it. It's one of my all-time favorite Johnny Cash songs. It's amazing. Jackson is followed by Oh, What a Good Time We Had. Honestly, it's another one of those dance songs for back in the day, and I thought it was really good. Not as amazing as Jackson, but up there with a lot of the rest of Johnny Cash's songs. The next song is You'll Be Alright. I thought it was a really good song. It was too short, in my opinion. No 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 was next. I didn't like that song very much. The last two songs on the side, No 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 and What I'd Say, I didn't like them. With that said, I'm going to give this album for songs an 8.5 out of 10, which is, I think, a fair score considering there was 3 songs on here, in my opinion, that I did not like. The rest of them were really, really good. We are going to move right along into how the record holds up today. Now, unfortunately, Johnny Cash and June Carter are no longer with us, but a lot of these songs are still classics in the country world. The thing is if you don't listen to country, you're not going to care about Johnny Cash. I mean, if you don't play an instrument and you really could care less about artists and stuff, you're not going to appreciate this man and this woman. Unfortunately, I can't say how well it's held up today because they don't really play it on modern radio anymore because this isn't current music. The fact that people still listen to Johnny Cash kind of shows that, he did something right. So I'm going to give this album for how it holds up today a 7 out of 10. I think it's fair. That's about average. Problem is it's a generational gap. Johnny Cash will forever be in our lives, but the younger generation doesn't listen to him. When we tally up all the scores and average it out, we get an average score for this record of a 7.3 out of 10. I'm gonna bump it up to a 7.5 just because there's a little bit of leeway for you know, stuff. I mean, the cover dragged it down a little bit, and songs I wanted to give it 10 for songs, but you had the 3 tracks on it that weren't super good. It honestly could be an 8. It really could be an 8 out of 10. If you're a Johnny Cash fan, this album's a 10 all day long. If you're listening to it, don't know who Johnny Cash is, I'd say it's about a 7.5, 8. So it just, for this album, we'll say there's a range there, 7.5 to 8. Alright guys, so that's the video for today. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next review. Perfect.